Consumer behavior. What is consumer behavior? Consumer behavior is a study of how a person or group of people go about the purchase of goods and services. When studying consumer behavior, you look at emotions, thoughts, attitudes, intentions, and actions in the process of consumption. Many things can affect and influence consumer behavior, such as psychological factors, social factors, and personal factors. Some of the psychological factors include motivation, perception, and previous learning. Social factors include family, culture, reference groups, etc., and personal factors include age, job, and lifestyle. The consumer process. Consumers typically go through a repetitive process while purchasing, using, and reflecting on said product or service, whether they realize it or not. The consumer process represents the steps they take in all phases of a purchase. For marketers, it is important to look at all phases of the consumer process. This is important because in all phases of the consumer process, there are things that can be learned and used to a marketer's advantage. Need recognition. Need recognition is the first step of the consumer process. This is the step where consumers recognize they have an unsatisfied need. The consumer is typically in a state of need, and if the state of need is so great, then they will pursue action to satisfy that need. When marketers can identify when people are in a state of need, they can take advantage of this and market towards these people. This is when marketers can fill gaps for consumers and communicate to potential customers about products. Search for information. After consumers recognize their state of need, they tend to gather information on the product or service that they are in the market for. This information comes from various sources, the first of the sources being themselves, as most tend to recall their own understanding and knowledge or experience on the subject of matter. The second of the sources being friends and family, as well as the internet. It is common for them to turn to people they trust for an honest opinion, as well as search for an unbiased review of a product online. Evaluation of alternatives. A consumer will gather together options to satisfy their need, and then evaluate the options on the criteria deemed important by them. This means comparing products from different companies and things like that. Comparing the attribute sets of these products or services is important to them for the consumer to purchase what they think is best for them. These criteria they would evaluate them on likely include functionality, reliability, and price. If marketers can understand how consumers sort through their options, they can better market their products as containing these criteria. For example, Toyota markets their cars as reliable because they understand the demand for reliable cars. And of course, they back it up with a reliable product, which is just as important. Purchase and consumption. After consumers have evaluated their options, they will purchase the good or service that they have deemed best for them. Oftentimes, retailers find that consumers end up buying a different brand's product than what they intended. Companies realize this and then aim to increase the availability of their product, whether online or in stores. These companies often have to make revisions on how their goods or services are presented and what comes along with it. Adding free installations for electronics, buy one, get one half off, and simply lowering prices are all ways that companies can increase the availability of their products or services and competitiveness. For example, if Best Buy was offering free installations for TVs and $200 off when purchasing the more expensive TV, that would be an example of revising how their services and goods are offered, and this would be, say that they're competing with Walmart or Amazon, who may have lower prices than them already. Post-purchase. Marketers care greatly about actual customers of their product. This is because a consumer can become loyal to the brand, purchase from the brand again, and spread positive information about the brand. The possible post-purchase outcomes include customer satisfaction, post-purchase cognitive dissonance, And customer loyalty. Customer satisfaction. It's important that companies create realistic expectations for their product or service, inform on how to use the product, and check in with customers after they have bought the product. This creates a positive purchasing environment for the consumer, hopefully leaving them satisfied. Post-purchase cognitive dissonance. Consumers may question the appropriateness for the product after buying it, reflecting on if they should have bought it or not. This could be for various reasons, such as it was out of their budget or they just don't use it enough. Companies will send reassuring messages regarding the quality, craftsmanship, and value of their product in order to reinforce the positive thoughts about their product. They may also state that they will take the product back if needed. This helps create a satisfied customer. Customer loyalty. Customers who only or repeatedly buy from a specific company would be considered loyal. Companies aim to keep them as loyal customers by keeping them satisfied by their products or services and aligning their motivations and interests with the customers. The 4 Ps. As marketers gain an understanding of consumer behavior, they will also gain an understanding of how to tailor the 4 Ps towards their target audience. The 4 Ps, place, product, price, and promotion, all play a role in marketing a product towards a target audience. Understanding the optimal places to market your products, the optimal product to market, the optimal price for potential customers, and the optimal way of promoting the product is encouraged by the consumer process. Knowing what the consumers want to hear, how they want to feel, and how they make decisions based on this helps create a confident marketing plan. Importance of understanding consumer behavior. Marketing trends. Consumer behavior insights reveal valuable data that companies can use to predict marketing trends. This can help marketers stay ahead of competition by seeing shifts in consumer preferences and adjusting their strategies accordingly. Brand loyalty. Understanding what motivates customers and building strategies around those motivators can help create loyalty by customers. Loyal customers are more likely to purchase from your company again and refer others to your company. Customer experience. Knowing consumer expectations can help to design products to better fit those expectations. This leads to a better customer experience. If a product exceeds your expectations, then that's much better than if you make your product out to be something that it's not, and then customers are underwhelmed. Personalized marketing. Understanding consumer behaviors allow marketers to personalize their marketing. This is likely to increase engagement by consumers and their target audience. Pricing. Recognizing how consumers feel about pricing can help marketers tailor their prices. If there are certain price ranges with a small amount of products, low quality products, in other words, a gap in the market, they can fill that gap and create a more available product to consumers. Communication channels. Specific consumer segments prefer specific communication channels, whether it's TV, Instagram, or YouTube. Knowing which channels a certain group of people prefer allows marketers to reach their target audience. Consumer behavior is an extremely important topic for marketers who intend to create the best product or service and the best support system around the customer to ensure their satisfaction. This helps to build a company's reputation, adapt to new markets, create brand loyalty, and more.